Imagine stepping back in time to the roaring 1920s. Jazz music fills the air, speakeasies buzz with energy, and flapper fashion takes over the dance halls. But when you head into the kitchen or the local diner, you are greeted with something far less glamorous. A strange collection of sandwiches that might leave you raising your eyebrows today. From peanut butter paired with unexpected partners to bizarre combinations designed during times of rationing and experimentation, sandwiches of the 1920s were anything but ordinary. Some might actually sound delicious once you give them a chance, while others, well, they are best left in the history books. Today, we are uncovering the strange sandwiches of the 1920s, so grab your bread knife, keep an open mind, and prepare to be surprised by what people once considered the perfect lunch. The sandwich craze of the 1920s. Before we dive into individual sandwiches, it is important to understand why so many unusual creations appeared during the 1920s. The decade was a period of transition. World War I had ended, rationing was still fresh in people's memories, and many families were creative with what they had. Bread was cheap and filling, so it became the foundation for countless meals. Meanwhile, the idea of the quick lunch was growing. Factories, offices, and schools all demanded portable meals. And the sandwich was the perfect solution. But without today's global food supply chains, options were limited. No prepackaged deli meats, no fancy condiments, and no refrigeration in most homes. What you put between slices of bread depended on what was in your pantry, and sometimes that led to some very strange pairings. 1. Peanut butter and pickle sandwich. One of the oddest sandwiches of the era was the peanut butter and pickle sandwich. The tangy, briny crunch of pickles layered against the creamy nuttiness of peanut butter may sound unappetizing at first, but it was surprisingly popular. Why? Pickles were cheap, preserved well without refrigeration, and provided a sharp flavor contrast that balanced the heaviness of peanut butter. Imagine biting into soft white bread, with the sticky richness of peanut butter cut through by the acidic snap of dill pickles. Strange, yes. But some food historians argue that this combination helped pave the way for the sweet and savory flavor trends we still love today. 2. Olive and nut sandwich. The 1920s were also a time of elegance, especially in tea rooms and women's clubs. One delicacy often served at luncheons was the olive and nut sandwich. Chopped olives were mixed with ground nuts, sometimes blended with mayonnaise or cream cheese, and spread onto delicate bread slices. This was not a working man's lunch. It was considered refined, a dainty finger sandwich for ladies' gatherings. Yet to modern taste buds, the salty bite of olives mixed with the earthy crunch of nuts might feel it's unusual. 3. Sardine sandwich. Canned fish was a pantry staple in the 1920s, and sardines were among the most affordable sources of protein. Sardine sandwiches were common, sometimes mashed with mustard, lemon, or even chopped onions. Picture opening a tin of sardines, laying those oily, salty fish onto bread, and adding a smear of mustard for sharpness. For many, it was nutritious and quick, but the pungent aroma made it a love-a-tour high-tit meal. In fact, sardine sandwiches were banned in some workplaces and schools due to the lingering smell. For lettuce and peanut butter sandwich, here's another peanut butter oddity. The peanut butter and lettuce sandwich. In the 1920s, raw vegetables were becoming associated with health and vitality, partly influenced by the new fitness and wellness movements of the decade. Adding crisp lettuce to peanut butter made the sandwich feel fresher, almost like a salad. It was crunchy, creamy, and surprisingly refreshing. Today it might not win awards, but back then it was considered forward-thinking. 5. Prune sandwich. Yes, you heard that right. Prunes, those wrinkled, dried plums, found their way into sandwich fillings, mixed with cream cheese or sometimes mashed on their own. Prunes offered natural sweetness at a time when refined sugar was more expensive. A prune sandwich may sound strange, but when paired with soft bread, it became a chewy, sticky, and sweet bite that many children actually enjoyed. 6. Cheese and raisin sandwich. Here is another fruit-and cheese experiment. The cheese and raisin sandwich. Chopped raisins were combined with sharp cheddar or American cheese, then spread onto bread. The result was a mix of sweet and salty, chewy and smooth. It is not hard to imagine this working if you think of cheese boards. Today grapes, raisins, and cheese often go together. The difference here is simply that in the 1920s it was all squished between bread. 7. Onion and peanut butter sandwich. Perhaps one of the boldest combinations of the decade was onions paired with peanut butter. Chopped or thinly sliced raw onions were layered over peanut butter, creating a fiery, pungent flavor clash. For workers needing energy, this sandwich provided protein and a sharp wake-up call. But it definitely was not the best choice for anyone worried about fresh breath. 8. Celery and cream cheese sandwich. This one might sound less shocking. Celery sticks chopped and mixed into cream cheese, then spread onto bread. The crunch of celery gave texture, while cream cheese added richness. This was another favorite in tea rooms, considered light and sophisticated. In fact, it was often served as part of ladies' luncheons, along with fruit, salads, and tiny cakes. 9. Mashed potato sandwich leftovers never went to waste in the 1920s. Cold mashed potatoes were often repurposed as a sandwich filling. Sometimes flavored with onion, pepper, or a touch of gravy, they turned into a starchy filling lunch for families trying to stretch their meals. It was carb heavy and inexpensive, the kind of sandwich you packed when you had little else. 10. Peanut butter and bacon sandwich. Finally, a sandwich that sounds strange, but has aged surprisingly well: peanut butter and bacon. The salty crunch of bacon paired with the nutty richness of peanut butter made for a satisfying combination. In fact, this sandwich never fully disappeared decades later. Elvis Presley famously adapted it into his beloved peanut butter, bacon, and banana sandwich. 11. Asparagus sandwich. Canned asparagus became widely available in the 1920s, and one of the more fashionable ways to serve it was in sandwiches. The spears were often buttered or mixed with mayonnaise, then placed between slices of soft bread. For formal gatherings, the crusts would be cut off and the sandwiches served as finger foods. While it may not sound appealing today, asparagus sandwiches were considered chic at the time. 12. Date and nut sandwich. Dates, like prunes, were another dried fruit that appeared in sandwiches. Chopped dates mixed with walnuts or pecans made a sweet, chewy filling, sometimes bound together with cream cheese. This was a popular lunchbox option for children, offering sweetness without the cost of candy. To this day, variations of date and nut sandwiches linger in certain regional cookbooks. 13. Cabbage sandwich. Cabbage was cheap filling and lasted a long time without refrigeration, so it was a common sandwich ingredient. Sometimes it was cooked down with vinegar, other times shredded raw for crunch. A cabbage sandwich was not glamorous, but for many working-class families, it was reliable. Think of it as the cousin of today's coleslaw sandwich. 14. Banana and mayonnaise sandwich. This sandwich is infamous in food history. Slices of ripe banana layered with mayonnaise on white bread may sound shocking, but it was surprisingly popular in the South during the 1920s. The creamy mayo contrasted with the sweetness of banana, creating a flavor that divided opinion sharply. Some loved it, others hated it, but it endures in Southern food lore to this day. 15. Tomato and sugar sandwich. Finally, one of the strangest of them all, the tomato and sugar sandwich. Fresh tomato slices were laid on bread, sprinkled generously with sugar, and topped with a second slice. During the 1920s, sugar was still seen as an energy booster and a luxury item, so adding it to fresh tomatoes was not considered odd. The result was juicy, sweet, and messy, but it was a genuine trend in the era. The role of strange sandwiches in 1920s culture. While some of these sandwiches might sound bizarre to us today, they reflect the culture of the 1920s. It was a time of experimentation in food, influenced by Prohibition, the rise of women entering the workforce, and the growth of quick, portable meals. Sandwiches provided nourishment, variety, and sometimes even a touch of elegance, whether in a working man's lunch pail or a lady's tea room. They also show how resourceful people were. Without refrigeration, preservatives, or modern grocery stores, families learned to make the most of what they had on hand. Strange sandwiches were not just about taste, they were about survival, creativity, and cultural shifts in how people ate. So there you have it, 15 of the strangest sandwiches from the 1920s. Some were thrifty, some were fashionable, and some, well, they were just plain odd. But every single one tells us something about how people lived, worked, and ate a century ago. Which of these sandwiches would you dare to try? Do you take a bite of peanut butter and pickle, or maybe even banana with mayonnaise? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey into food history, do not forget to like, subscribe, and join me again as we explore more forgotten recipes and culinary curiosities from the past.